Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Sage Mindset with Yolanda. Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for the last 24 hours. Vantage Point. That's the title. Vantage Point. What does Vantage Point mean? Okay. It's a place or position offering a good view of something. I also, in my opinion, think it's an opinion, a point of view, and even a perception of an event or something that's going on. And when I thought about Vantage Point, what came to my mind was that movie with Forrest Whitaker called Vantage Point, 2008. Check that one out. You'll see what I mean. Forrest Whitaker, Zoe Saldana, and Dennis Quaid, and the rest of the cast. I don't even know. I didn't recognize their faces. But in this particular movie, Vantage Point, each person in this movie, whether they were on the stage, within the audience, or in a building or walking by, all saw a assassination attempt on the president or somebody. Now, they broke it down. They talked to Forrest Whitaker's character. What did you see? He had a camera and he told everybody what he saw. They asked the next person, what did you see? Well, I was on the stage and this is what I saw. Amazing, right? How we all, and it's a real life example, how we all can be right there in the moment, right there when the S hit the fan, right there when it goes down. But from each person has a different point of view from their vantage point of how they recall what happened. Okay, so why am I making this particular podcast on this particular subject? Well, that's because recently I've been sitting down, just revisiting and reframing stories that I've told myself. Remember a couple podcasts back, I was like, tell the truth. So, okay. I have to revisit some of my own stories and reframe them a little bit. From my vantage point, my opinion, I made some decisions that I thought was in the best interest of myself and the family. Truth be told, now that I look back at it, it was all about me, but for different reasons. But I made some decisions in relationships that it's not too late to go back and fix or allow God to fix it with me being obedient and being open to it, but being okay with whatever the fallout, because you can't go back in the past, right? Only if it's a lesson learned, you can pull something from it. So I pulled some things from some of the lessons I've learned in relationships, and as we move forward in this podcast, I bring one or two of them up. You might can relate. Hopefully you can. So, honestly, I'm finally ready to take a look at what I saw from my vantage point in different situations that at first I didn't want to even talk about it myself. But this time around, I replayed my own story enough. Now I'm open to hearing and listening from the other people involved vantage point. Because I guarantee you it has been different. I said it's going to be different. No, it has been a different viewpoint of things. We haven't walked away saying it is what it is, because they used to be like the little nasty, shut everything down type scenario. You know, you'll close it out. It is what it is. No, now we're at a point where it's mutual respect, honesty, and just being open to, you know what, I get it. I can see why you saw it from that perspective. That's growth and healing, right? So yes, I am talking about my ex. I know it don't have to be nasty. I'm just trying not to have one of those, saying like, cringe. We can't stand each other, but you loved each other for 20 years, right? I don't want to be textbook like that. So, a little bit about this situation that came. I just got off the phone with him talking because we had some stuff we had to deal with. You know, some people call it closure. Not so much. We finally now can just kind of sit down and talk because we're both very headstrong, passionate. You know how you get two people that's passionate in one area? They also passionate and knuckleheads in another area too. But now, instead of being headstrong and we're both able to be at a point where I felt like, at least from my perspective, I felt like I know I've given up the right to be right. To be right, I will fight just on principles. See, your girl been growing too. I fight on principle like a dog with a bone. Like I'm going to prove that I am right and will not let stuff go. So he didn't have to tell me that, right? I already knew that can be something strong when it's strong in the right way. But when it's prideful, that's a whole nother different thing. When you just got to be right, we're talking about a whole nother different, a whole nother path, you know? So we finally were able to sit down today and talk about a serious matter. We ended up talking for hours, you know, and just laughing and just saying, yeah, God is working on you and he's working on me. We didn't try to glorify things, and we just realized it's been a stripping away of things in our lives. And we still agreed to some fundamental things that we agreed to while married, leaving a legacy. Generational curses being broken in our family. We said it then when we got married that it got to be us. We just can't keep living in poverty, can't keep living in different what's approved now social norms. Now we just can't keep seeing this live out in our family. So, you know, it was a stripping away has occurred. And we realized that, you know, we didn't want to be like some people. There are people that stay married for financial reasons. We didn't want that. Or stay married because you are parents. Or, you know what I'm saying, for different reasons like that when you're married on paper and for all the eyes outside the family to see. But you're separate. You're separate emotionally, even if you're not separate physically. Fronting. I'm from the South. We call it you fronting, pretending, whichever way we're going to look at it. But I'm sure you guys get the point. But today was, I know I was pushed to do it. You know that nudging that you get, because I can shut down too. And that's what I learned. The same thing that I could not stand within a marriage, when somebody shut you down, because I know what my love language is. So you take away my love language, it's a fight. So I'm very self-aware. And I know what his was. But the problem, and that's a whole nother podcast, knowing the other person's love language. It's not your love language you got to make them do. You show them how you guys can receive it and know that it's love. I'm telling you, that's a whole nother podcast coming your way soon. But yeah, that headstrong, fiery woman that he married, that he was so attracted to, that was also the woman he couldn't stand, because I would not let stuff go. I'm telling you, it's the truth. So I had an opportunity to kind of hear that this time and not get offended, because it's true. It's true. So now I just pray for an open mind, an open heart, gentleness, and not always fight. I told you guys I'm ex-military, right? But guess what? Before I even joined the military, I was just used to being in a combatant environments. You know, that's another episode too. Nothing bad. It's just when you single moms and moms get married, just the environments in which we grow up, sometimes we are a product of it. And it don't always have to be party and stuff like that, but yeah, sometimes those things what you see, you get attached to, and they kind of sharpen you. Because we do need survival tools, but sometimes we take them same survival tools into the bedroom, the same survival tools into our marriages when it don't fit, and we try to make it hostile and not even know consciously that's what it is or accept it. So it's time for a change, right? Okay. So, long story short, we laughed. We admitted God is, ooh. He's doing things and it's not always comfortable. It downright hurts sometimes. But we needed it because we got kids, not grandkids yet, but we got grown kids and another young one. And it's like, we got to do better for them and for generations to come, to leave a legacy behind, not leave bills and debts and all the other mess again to repeat another generation. So, what are you willing to take a look at? Not just from your viewpoint, but someone else's. Because you can be in the same household, but see things differently. Different vantage points. Are you willing to sit down? Are you willing to humble yourself? I am, and I was, and I'm grateful for it. Was it everything I wanted to hear? No, but I'm grateful for it. Do I wish him well? And not that, that side, I wish you the best, God bless you. I truly do. I truly do. Because I want what I put out to be beautiful in the world so I can receive that same thing. That's it for me today. I want you guys to, if I could just ask you to sit down with yourself and just say, what can you go back and review? We always say don't live in the past, but we got to learn from our past. That's why we keep reliving our past. Right? We got to learn something. And taking the time till you could be right all day long, but we ain't got to keep arguing about it. It's toxic. Just hear from that viewpoint. No shade, no tea, and all that other kind of stuff. And just hear the person out from their perspective. And we can still learn. Right? Okay. So, that's it for me today on this particular subject. All right, we're going to keep growing, keep loving, keep healing, keep laughing, keep dancing, keep changing the world, but we're going to change. Let the Holy Spirit, let God change us so we can do these things. Yes, it's true. But, so we can change the trajectory of our children's lives, our great-great-grandkids' lives, man. We can start changing some things so we can start seeing some things unravel and manifest beautiful in our bloodlines. That's really where my head is at now. All right. So do me another favor besides sitting down and checking out Vantage Point and checking in on your own life and your own mind. But subscribe with this Spotify podcast, with my YouTube channel, The Sage Mindset. And I'm on Instagram, and great things to come. I'm getting a website built up for some soulful counsel and life coaching. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Another day. Be blessed.